Hey, how's it going, you guys? My name is Tuan Tran, and welcome to my videos. All right, we got a special edition today. This is Mr. Andrus Sparks. He is one of the contracted trainers that I have contracted to come here to help me train my clients here at my place. And he's a very knowledgeable individual. You know, he has his degree. Well, actually, you know what? I'll ask him questions and he'll answer. So, all right, Mr. Sparks. Give us a little bit about yourself, about your education background as a fitness professional.
Yeah, so I have a Bachelor of Science degree in Human Performance. It's the equivalent of kinesiology, also NASM and ACT certified. I also hold a black belt in the art of Aikido, as well as 6 other styles that I'm pretty experienced in.
Okay, cool. So the thing is that what Andrus and I have been doing in the past months is that we've been actually feeding off of each other. Andrus, as you just heard, he is a Aikido master. He is an actual black belt, and he's a practitioner. And just for those who are not familiar, obviously Steven Seagal,
yes,
obviously probably the most famous Aikido practitioner master there is out there. So a lot of times, again, yes, he does movies, and yes, movies are not they're more fictional. However, the skill and what he actually produces is real. Explain to individuals like who are some of the people that have actually used Aikido, you know, in a sense of professional fighters or actors, actresses that you might know, that people might know.
I would say definitely Steven Seagal is at the top of that, but you have other famous actors that have used it, but no one's bigger, honestly, than Steven Seagal. He's like the main guy out there when it comes to that art. It's not as popular as your mixed martial arts or UFC these days, but it is a very effective martial art.
Now, give us a little background on Aikido, because obviously when people hear all these different martial arts, they just think striking or laws or this and that. Give us the understanding of the philosophy of Aikido itself.
Well, Aikido came from Japan. It was invented or founded by Morihei Ueshiba, who was the actual grandson of a samurai. And his background was in jiu-jitsu and Daito Ryu, which was used on the combat field as samurais would fight. So it evolved into Aikido. He did some other styles, Aikijutsu and whatnot. He would combine jiu-jitsu and judo and other things, and eventually turned it into Aikido. So it's one of the newest forms of martial arts, started to popularize around the 60s, actually. And what it does is, instead of striking and punching, it's not really a defensive or offensive martial art. It's more of a reactive martial art. So what it's meant to do is basically take the person, like you got a strong guy like Tuan here, and reverse his energy. Instead of me trying to use my force against him, I would use his and then, you know, turn it around against him. So any strength that comes in, I just redirect it and multiply it. So if he, for example, runs at me at 10 miles an hour, I will throw him 20 miles an hour, if that makes sense.
Okay. So as you can see, I know that a lot of the more popular styles like Muay Thai, karate, boxing, more of the explosive fighting styles, that's what people gravitate to. But to understand that if you always just gravitate to a fighting form that's all about power, speed, aggressiveness, then you will also be limited because of that. So the stronger, the bigger, the faster, the most athletic individual will always win. It has nothing to do with skill or talent. Well, I'm sorry, it's not or technique. It's more about talent and who's bigger, stronger, and faster. So the thing is, many of us usually are in situations where we could be at a disadvantage. And is your martial arts or your combat skill about technique and taking advantage of a person's size and strength, or is it all about that, and then it just depends on who's bigger and stronger at the end? So,
yeah, what sparked my interest as well in just taking Aikido, the same as Steven Seagal. The founder was 4'11", one of the smaller, even for a Japanese man, he was pretty small. So when I saw a film of this guy throwing 8 people with sticks, with weapons, in his mid-70s, I was very impressed with that. So I thought to myself, okay, if this guy can still take martial arts and be effective in his 70s, all the way up until 86 before he passed away, then this is something that I can get into for life.
Yes.
You know?
All right, so we just want to give you a brief introduction to Mr. Andrus Sparks. In the following clips, we're going to just go over some very, very basic fundamentals, obviously just more like introductory videos to real life situations in the sense of just like basic strikes that you might receive from untrained individuals. So now what we're going to do is Andrus is going to give us just a brief summary of how he would start his class, or how usually most individuals would start an Aikido class.
Okay, we normally actually prepare with complete silence just to prepare our minds mentally to get ready for competition. And as far as our practice, we also mentally just kind of focus on getting our bodies prepared as well. So the thing we always warm up with, we actually just do simple things like run around the dojo, or we'll do 25 jumping jacks. I won't demonstrate that because I'm sure you guys know what that is. Once we get into that point, we basically warm up from head to toe. So we'll start with, like, you know, head rolls. Just do a few of these. Then we work our way down. We loosen up our shoulders. Especially with a lot of the locks that you do in Aikido, you definitely want to loosen up your shoulders and your joints in general. So this is actually an exercise called Funakogi Undo, which is a rowing exercise, and can actually be used in a real fight depending on the situation. Then we loosen up our wrist. All of these are locks and techniques that can be applied in a real life situation. This is what you call the Aikido pin. This is the Nikyo pin. Sankyo. Kodagaishi, which is a wrist lock. So that's pretty much what we do to warm up. We loosen up a little bit more by stretching. Also loosen up when we're barefoot, of course, on a mat. We also loosen up, break up any tissue issues with our feet, but we'll get to that another day.
All right, so you see, so that was a pretty typical warm-up session. So the thing is that, again, it's best not to just run into the class and just get ready for some type of movement, because again, you could severely injure yourself. Now, at this point, we're going to go over one of the most basic defense offensive maneuvers in Aikido, and this is going against what most individuals would do. Most untrained individuals do not have direction, do not understand how to move. So what do they do? One of the most commonly known things that an individual would do is a right hook or a haymaker, a looping right punch, because again, they're untrained. So your body you just do whatever you think you know. So an individual will get mad. What do people do when they get mad? Is usually they drop their hands down and they put their face forward, and they might charge you and they might loop at you. And you know, the thing is that whether the individual actually had any training whatsoever, probably not. And and most individuals are right-handed. 1 out of 8 people are only left-handed. There's much fewer left-handed people versus right. So statistically speaking, you would want to be able to defend against someone who's going to come with the right first before defend against the left. And you need to learn both, but I'm talking purely on statistics. All right, so here, and Andrus will go very slowly because I'm sore. Do not want to pull or break anything. And what other people don't realize is that most times altercations happen, there is not a mat. It's concrete. It's wood floors. It's a very hard surface. So if you ever landed on your head, your shoulders, your hip, or your knee, after someone's thrown you, it's very painful. But that's the thing. Without ever experiencing it, you don't know until it's happened, and then you realize how important it is to learn how to apply it or defend against it.
So you notice I always reposition my feet.
Yeah.
So if I'm stuck here, you got me. But if I move, just shift my body just a little bit to the inside, go down. You all right? Got to scratch you.
Nah, that's the thing I learned. I don't know how to fall. You guys just stay relaxed and just roll with everything.
Right. So if I get stuck on the outside, here as well. Good? Good.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm start going to the outside. All right. Yeah, these mats. Yeah. They're normally stuck together.
Yeah, I know. It's all right.
Okay. Good. Just gonna go into something else. Okay. I'll show you my chicken wing. Chicken wing. You're already down.
Yeah. I need to go into more of that.
Yeah. Okay. Go as slow as I can.
Yeah, I know. Trust me.
Here.
All right, so that's good.
So that one's just there, yeah.
So we show them a lot now. All right, you guys, so you just saw a few demonstrations. Now understand, we're going extremely slow. Look all around us. We got metal machines. We got stuff everywhere. We only have a small amount of room. And the thing was, I was taught how to fall properly to go with it versus against it. Because if I truly did go with all these, go against the falls or go aggressively and too aggressively, Andrus could have easily dislocate my shoulder or hurt me very badly where I can't afford to get hurt because I got to go to work.
Right.
All right, so. Okay,
So I want to break down some of the things that I did. As Twan came in, I'm already moving to the inside so that I'm not here stuck on the outside and popped upside the head with a strong blow coming across at this 45-degree angle. So I cut off the angle and go right here and stop the joint, because without stopping here, he can still follow through. So I must stop him here. So from there, I raise up and semicircle down. So I'm not pushing him, because if I use my force and I'm trying to push him, it won't work. So what I have to do is manipulate the leverage that I have, go up and take him down. I'm not using any force with this big guy, forget about it. So to the right again, I go to the inside. You must hurry up because you also have a blow coming here, right? So the first thing I have to do is take his balance quickly. You have a split second to take him to the ground. You also saw me go to the outside. Now, I only go to the outside if it's too late for me to catch this. So he's already here. I'm going to the outside. There's a lot of things you can do on the outside. You can go here. Again, on the outside. Now I'm out of the way of the target, but he can still come in with the kick. He can come in, maybe reach over here. So again, I still have to react quickly. I can take him around, manipulate his head, take him to the ground. Getting to the outside. This one is swing around, I stay connected. Take him here. Yeah, that one, I'll definitely let you go. That one's tight. That one's super tight. Here to the outside. And also, remember not to stop it, because this is not karate or other styles where you stop, okay? And then return strike. So what I do is blend with it, but I stay connected the whole time. I'll show that again. I'm staying connected to him the whole time. And as I do that, other things open up. But if I lose my connection with him, then we kind of start over, which is bad for me. So again, stay connected. You still have opportunities. Okay, going back to the inside now. Here, lock up. Okay, you good? I always let you go before I drop you. Because yeah, full on is uncomfortable. Again, here, I'll pull his elbow in towards me. Lock up. Take down. He got you. All right. Okay.
You see, the thing is that you can tell the arm can move only so far. The elbow can just move so far here. The wrist can only move so far. The rotation of the arm, whether it be the abduction, adduction, moving in superior, lowering position, the arm can only move so far, you see? So the thing is that once he locks me up and he gets me in those positions, I have to flow with him. Because if I try, like imagine, go ahead and lock me real quick on that same one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see, right now, if I try to fight, if I try to push my hand down, I'm going to break he's going to go still break my shoulder. So what I do, I'm going to fall forward. I have to. Mm-hmm. Because the thing is, if I try to apply force against him, that's my shoulder.
Going up against me, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I also did wrist lock. I want to show you guys, wrist lock can be very effective. Sometimes you have to throw what we call an atemi strike, just to, blind them for a second. And one thing about the wrist lock kotegaeshi, joints work together, so one joint locks up the other joint. Now, in a real street fight, you want it way out here to snap at the elbow and the wrist. Since Twan and I are friends, this is the safe way, right here.
Yes.
And you just take them down. So sometimes I don't know what I'm going to do. Yeah. It just comes out.
Well, that's the thing. And as you can see,
I'm training.
Yeah, when this is happening, combat is random. None of this is really rehearsed. Andrus, we're improv for you guys because he's going through, he's feeling it. Sometimes I'm more on the outside hooking in like this. Sometimes I'm a lot closer as a tighter hook. So Andrus is feeling whether or not is this the proper maneuver. Should I do more of an elbow, wrist, shoulder? Should I flank him towards the outside? Should I go more towards the center? Should I go across his body? So he's trying to feel. Also, he's kind of reading, am I coming in and then coming here, or am I stopping right here? All those matter because the thing is that when you think that it's all a system, and then you're always practicing the exact same system, then what you do is you're getting stuck in a rhythm or a pattern. But then the thing is, the guys he's not going to square up to you and fight you the way people spar with you in your dojo or wherever you do your martial arts. That's going to be a problem.
Okay.
All right, so do one more.
So here.
Right now, what we're going to do is just show you guys how to go about falling when you're practicing against someone. Because obviously, if you don't even know how to fall properly, you can get hurt severely, even on mats like such as these. So Andrus will show you that.
Okay, I'll demonstrate a forward roll. So this is any momentum that's pushing you forward. Someone could be pushing you from behind, or you simply lost your balance in some sort of way. So I'll do the kneeling one first. Going here and going backwards. So those are the two forward and backward rolls. So if I'm pushed backwards, I can stop myself in so many different ways. The second one you saw is just a roll. Going here, and then the forward one again. I'm standing, what's up? It's here, okay? Also, if I'm being pushed and I don't have time to set up and do this, you drop your hips down. This is a quick break fall. Come back up. If I'm being pushed from the side, same thing. We slam on the mat or the ground to stop the momentum. So the impact goes into your arm and not your entire body. So that would be forward, backward, both sides.
All right, so just a brief explanation of how to go about falling. Obviously, this takes a lot of practice. And then also, if an individual is throwing you or you're sparring with them, then again, you have to move with the energy, with the flow. If you try to counter it, well, the thing is that when you're in a locked position, that's when injury can occur. Did some demonstrations on individuals that throw hooks. Now, the thing is that I wanted to also, maybe touch a little bit on some of the JKD concepts. A lot of times, a lot of individuals will start striking you, and usually, another thing that most individuals do is that they go for headshots. Real simple. When's the last time you really saw people that fought in the streets and they went for body shots? Andrus, when's the last time you saw people attacking the body efficiently?
Not often.
And when was the last time in most street fights you saw people kicking each other?
Doesn't happen, yeah.
What, most likely they brawl, they tackle you, they're just throwing windmills, and you might find someone that actually knows how to throw a jab and a cross. So in this introduction, now I'm going to show you a little bit of the JKD system. The first thing is interceptions and destructions. So the human hand is made of many carpal bones, dozens and dozens of carpal bones. It's designed for delicate movements, dexterity. It is not designed as a weapon. If you don't believe me, take your hand, punch the wall in your house as hard as you can. Which one will win? I'm sure you might be able to damage the wall, but you might cause a lot of severe damage to your hand. Or punch a tree, or punch a door. The thing is, again, if you punch improperly, you'll break your hand. So the destructions were designed to take away an individual's weapon. So if Andrus and I are squaring up, I mean, Andrus, he's more efficient in the sense that he's learned how to throw straight line punches. So if we're here and Andrus decides to throw a jab, right here, I know that the jab is going to attack my face. Why would he jab here, or why would he jab here? It's coming here. So if Andrus comes back, he throws his jab, I'm going to meet it with my elbow. You see, and that's real simple. And whether it be a vertical elbow, so if he throws, I could go up, use my right hand, parry it into my elbow, or I could come across and or not even meet it. If he comes, I will place my elbow right there. Efficiency. It's all about getting to that point as quickly as possible so that I can protect myself and at the same time cause destruction to him. And understand that he already knows what he's going to do. I'm reacting to him. So if I'm here, and most boxers, they might try to react. But the thing is they're reacting, but where's the offensive aspect? That's the whole thing. Economy of movement, attack and defense. Where is that? Most fighting systems, if I'm a Muay Thai practitioner, he throws a jab, I might parry it. But after that parry, now I have, this is defense, but I have no offense. If I try to attack him, he's already on defense as well. So that's the other thing. So there you go, two styles. If I'm a Kung Fu, more of a karate practitioner, and he goes, I might do a block, but again, I am blocking, but there is no offensive attack. So sometimes the easiest thing to do is create a defense that also causes destruction. So here, again, if he throws his jab, I can just go vertical, I can go horizontal. If he throws his cross, if I don't, and that's the thing, if I don't meet it in time, obviously my hands are still up, so your hands are open. So if he's throwing, you know, I might not feel comfortable throwing the destruction yet. You have to feel it. This is, again, this is random. But if he throws that cross, I can come across, and if Andrus truly decided that to hit my elbow, the point of the long bone is the most powerful point in the bone. This is not. This will destroy this right here. You see, so there is a quick and simple destruction aspect. And again, whether it be intermediate, advanced, beginner, the thing is that by just keeping your hands up, being reactionary, we're here, you know, he could throw his right, I could throw my left up. He could throw his right, his left, I could throw my left up. He could throw his right cross, I could come across. If he throws his left jab, I could just catch it, you see. But, and again, you don't always have to try to go for it. That's the other mistake you do. If you look for the destruction, most likely you're going to be the one who gets destroyed, because that's the thing. It's all reactionary. So we're here, you know, he's feeding, there you go. Here, 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 here. See, I'm reading him. He can throw a cross. He can just mix and match. So I don't know when he's coming. All I know is he's coming from my face. You see, so the thing is that I'm just replacing my head, making sure I'm moving my head in a direction that where it's not just here. So if I try to do this and don't move my head, you see, I just miss. He just penetrated. But if I do it properly, if I move my head, maybe I don't quite get the destruction, but at least I'm here, and now, you know, I'm in a position where I'm on his flank now. Again, but that's a little bit more advanced, and I just wanted to go over a simple destruction technique that I was taught many years ago when it comes to just dealing with straight line punches. All right, you guys, so we're going to move on to some other things in the video. All right, well, there you guys have it. Just a few demonstrations on a little bit, obviously, of the Aikido system and methodology, and then a little bit from the JKD. I myself, I am not a certified instructor in JKD. I'm just a practitioner. But just like anything, my objective is to learn. The only way you learn something is to gain the knowledge and apply it and then practice it. And then maybe one day, as I continue to grow in this art and then acquire even more information, just like from Andrus and other instructors to complete the JKD system, then I'll become a certified JKD instructor, a Judo instructor. As for Andrus?
Yeah, so again, my background is in Aikido along with other martial arts, but I do have a black belt in Aikido and have been a practitioner for 18 years, and I've been an instructor for the last 5 years. So like Twan said earlier about practicing, make sure that you guys, you know, practice makes progress. So in Japan, they actually train 12 hours a day. Since here, we don't have that kind of time, at least 2 hours a day, I would say, to perfect your skill. They say it takes 10,000 hours, so you guys, you know, better get started.
Yes, so just again, just want to introduce this video. Hopefully we'll come out some more. And again, we're both helping each other to grow as individuals, to grow in our arts, and to, you know, just basically follow a passion that we both have. Both of us have many hours. Andrus, he's a father, you know, works full time. Also, you know, I work crazy hours, but you make time what's important for you. And most of us aren't professional fighters. We're not military special forces. We're just regular individuals that enjoy this, and we want to seek the knowledge, the information, learn it so that we can move forward. And then whether or not we ever put in a position where we have to use it, we always hope we don't have to. But if we are, at least we have some understanding of how to put ourselves, again, in a better versus worse position. But ultimately, the martial arts is really designed for self-improvement, self-growth, and to just build yourself as a person and to help build a better society. Any last words?
Thank you guys for watching our video.
Okay, take care.
All right.